I teach you how to make money with your art, selling paintings online. I'm Amy from Amy Parker Art. Thank you so much for popping on with me. I'm just sending out a quick text blast and I will be right with you. There we go. Just letting you know for all of you who are on my community text list, I'm going to be getting rid of that soon. I am going to just be using my remind text. And if you are not on that, go ahead and comment. I'll come back and give it to you. But I do have a special surprise for you right now that's in the description of this video. Should be able to just touch my face and go right to it. I really meant to send this out for Valentine's like I did last year. But because I was just really busy getting chocolates from my hubby wubby and some roses, and he brought me out to eat, and then I've been slammed with work. I'm just now getting around to it, but better late than never, right? I mean, there's always something to say about taking action, right, with our businesses, anything that we're doing. So I always will tell you it's better to do something than to do nothing, right? Sorry about the hairdo. I'm getting ready to put my PJs on here pretty soon. Hello, Daryl. Daryl's one of our creative warriors. And I had a great time seeing you tonight, Daryl, at our brainstorm session. So thank you so much for jumping in with us for that. It was a darn good time. So I'm going to talk to you all, and I want you to join in the conversation as well. I'm going to talk to you tonight for a little while till I get too tired about the benefits of running an online art business. And I really want you to get totally inspired by this and really get your wheels spinning, right? To think of what you can actually do this year. I mean, we are still early into 2023. It's still the first quarter. There's so much amazingness that can seriously happen with your businesses, whether you've sold a painting or not before, or maybe you have sold a few, but you don't have consistent sales. Either way, I'm all about helping you rock your art businesses, especially here in 2023. There's some amazing stuff happening in the world today and in internet land with AI and all kinds of cool stuff. Oh, awesome. Thanks for being here, Linda, AKA Creative Warrior. Once again, got to still do a plug for all of you who are not on my remind text. Please just type in remind if you're not, and I'll come back and give that to you. I'm going to be switching over to that texting service. So anyway, that's that. So on Valentine's Day last year, I sent out to my email list secret opening. I do that once in a while to get into Creative Warriors. If you're not sure what Creative Warriors is, you are really missing out. I hope that you follow Amy Parker Art and hang out with us here when I do lives and tips and tricks and things like that for you, because I really, really love helping you with your art businesses, and Creative Warriors is the place to be if you want my art business coach help on a regular basis, and not just my help, but our entire community who is amazing, like Daryl and Linda, who is on here tonight hanging out with us. And, I just can't say enough amazing things about being a creative warrior. So it's all inside of the membership. I do teach you numerous ways to sell your paintings online, how to build your art business, how to use social media, heavy focus on Facebook. That's where I found most of my success. So I'm all about helping you, and I'm giving you this secret opening here. Like I said, I was going to just send it out to my email list like I usually do on Valentine's, but I've been backed up with work and a little bit busy. So, but like I said, better late than never. So it is a limited time offer. I'm not going to leave it open too long. So I will leave the doors open for this until tomorrow night at midnight. So Friday night at midnight is that's going to be it. Now, I do not open publicly again with like a big launch and all kinds of fun things happening until May of this year. So May is still a bit a ways away. Right now, the membership is only $32 to join monthly. If you'd like to join yearly, you can do that as well. So if you just go to the description, you can read all about it. And then even when you click here to join, you still can see the different pricing plans. Like I said, there's two, one for monthly, one for yearly. If you choose yearly, then you will get a month free. So I like to do that with stuff. Like I was just talking to Artist Breakthroughs tonight, the website gallery course that I'm running. We are in module 5, and they are doing amazing creating websites and all kinds of stuff. And they're just doing so well. I'm so proud of them. And I just lost my train of thought. I was going to tell you something that pertained to that brainstorm session tonight, but now I can't remember. Oh no, maybe I'll have to go back and watch what I was saying earlier. Maybe it'll come to me. It usually does. Usually my brain kind of swings back around. Um, Hello, Gail. Thanks so much for being here. Gail, by the way, I did put in the screenshot for you for the Google app on my phone. So that's inside of Creative Warriors membership, right under the brainstorm session. So anyway, I wanted to talk to you about the benefits of selling your art online. I could talk forever and ever on this, but like I said, it's late. We're all kind of tired, and well, I know I am. So I won't be on for like super long tonight, but I'm in another membership myself. So as I move along in business and as you move along in business, you'll find people that you connect with. Hopefully you connect with me. If you don't, then please find someone that you do, because life is so much easier when you find someone doing something that you want to do and they're actually teaching it. They're actually showing you. They're actually coaching you through something, right? So if they're either doing it or if they've been there, done that, and they want to help you and teach you, then seek out those people, right? So I'm in another membership myself to take my business to another level. And it is all about Facebook ads, campaigns, things like that. So inside of Creative Warriors, which I'm offering you right now for those of you that are not members yet, you can just touch my face, go to the description, jump in and join. Like I said, limited time offer. This will end on at midnight tomorrow night. It's only a secret opening for Valentine's Day. The price does go up in May, but if you join tonight or tomorrow, you are locked in for that forever and ever. Amen. Until you decide to leave. Hopefully you won't. Hopefully you'll love it so much. I mean, we have some founding members that are never going to leave. They're diehards, and I love them. You're welcome, Gil. Um, but anyway, so I was on one of my meetings for the Power Players Club that I'm in, right? And my coach on there was talking a lot about I just love her. She's great. She's super smart with marketing, and I love marketing. I teach you all of that, how to market your paintings online organically using social media. I teach you that stuff inside of Creative Warriors, as well as numerous ways to sell your paintings, even without even having a website, right? So it's really a great membership. My membership, if you're just beginning to think about starting selling your paintings, even if you haven't made a sale yet, or maybe you've sold a few sporadically, you want to get more into the groove of building a customer base, client base, collectors, whatever you want to call them. That's where you want to be. But anyway, when I was talking with my coach on our brainstorm session this past week, which is on Wednesdays. Hello, Madeline. Thanks for joining us. It's probably a decent time for you, Madeline. I know Madeline's on the other side of the country. I'm on the East Coast here. But anyway, when I was hanging out with Adrienne and the Power Players Club, she was talking a lot about benefits and, different ways of marketing and promoting and things like that, and how, some of us are really featured, focused people when it comes to making a purchase of something. And some of us are like emotional buyers. We want to make a purchase no matter what you're buying, even if you just go to the grocery store, right? So, like, I'm just talking about anything here in general, right? When like people that are feature focused are going to be checking the different prices, right? What is the best deal? Of course we all want the best deal. I get that. That's just one quick example. But most of us, believe it or not, are emotional buyers. We want to purchase something that is going to change our lives, that is going to give us specific benefits. How is it going to help us, right? I know I'm all about that. Yes, I do check prices here and there and things like that. But for the most part, I am a highly focused I need something, I want something, what's going to benefit me the most, right? Um, so I mean, I know my industry very well because I've lived it myself. I've been an artist my entire life. I've been creating art 30 years plus. I've been selling art since I was a teenager, intermittently my entire life until I decided to go online full time selling my work. And I did that and sold my paintings for 3 years straight and paid my mortgage and bills every single month for 3 years just with my painting sales on social media without even utilizing a website, without paying for ads, did it all organically. That's the kind of stuff that I teach you inside of Creative Warriors. And anyway, so I was talking to my coach because I'm like, "Whoa, this is a great topic that she was talking about for that brainstorm session that I was in." And I love trying to get into the minds of my customers, my audience, and I hope that you all are like that as well, no matter what industry you're in. Obviously, most of you are artists here because that's my passion is to help artists to build their businesses online, right? Even if you're not techie, even if you're old school typer like me and you're like, I didn't take computer class or anything like that, no worries because inside of Creative Warriors, I have 5 chapters to help you out from the very beginning. And I've been there before. We've all been there before. Like, geez, I don't really understand the computer. I don't know how to do this or that. But anyway, back to my point of when I was in my meeting with my Power Players Club and my coach, and they was talking, we were talking about, the different reasons that people make a purchase, right? Um, and she really asked us to focus in on our own business, the industry that we are in, which I am in, art business coaching and selling my own paintings. So she really had us focus in on that and think about it and think of what the benefits are that we offer. Well, a lot of my creative warriors are on here right now, so they could definitely vouch for this, and they can tell you that there's numerous benefits inside of Creative Warriors. I did mention a few at the beginning of this video, but let's think about this as a whole for a moment, because if you are anything like me, you have been creative for a long time. You love to paint and create. You may have been in the art association like I have in my own city. And I was in the art association for a couple of years. I did exhibits with them. Um, tell me if any of this rings a bell. I had done a lot of hustling throughout my time, trying to sell paintings in person, going into stores, trying to put things on commission, trying to get into local galleries, um, also doing solo shows or collaborative shows, things like that, and submitting pieces for competitions and fairs, arts and craft shows. This was a huge one for me. I loaded up my little cars at the time. Now I have a Chevy Traverse and it's massive, and I don't even like to drive. I don't even really do in-person shows anymore. But I love having all the room in my Chevy. But I mean, years ago, I had like a Toyota Tercel and I had a Neon and all these smaller types of vehicles that I would just pack my easel, pack all my paintings, pack my canvases, things like that, and drive around to art shows. And what a long day. What a long day. And what an expensive ticket for a vendor fee, right? Depending on what I was doing. But anyway, so because of the focus of my recent brainstorm session with this membership that I'm currently in, um, my business coach was talking about that. Like, I want you all to think about the benefits. So I was thinking about this. Like, I know them anyway, but it's like, I don't think that I talk about them enough, maybe. Um, but I asked her because it's really hard to get a question in for this Power Players Club. I mean, these are like elite, very, very smart people, real business, like their businesses are taking off. And sometimes it's hard to like even get a question answered because she has so many people on the call, right? But I asked her, I said, "Hey, Adrienne, what would be the benefits of my industry where I teach artists how to, market and sell their paintings online organically." And she thought for a moment, she actually took my question. I was like, yay. And she thought for a moment, she's like, Amy, you are really lucky because you have numerous benefits to your business, like numerous. Um, and then she told me a story, right, which sounded very familiar. She was telling me how her mother's artsy crafty. They used to call her the Martha Stewart of the family. That's what they used to call me. Let me know if they've called you that as well. Um, and she was talking about how she helped her mother a couple of times set up for this art crawl, they call them. Let me know if you know about art crawls. We have like art walks around our city, which is basically the same type of thing. But there's, art fairs, art shows, all kinds of in-person stuff, in exhibits, things like that. Some are juried, some are not. I mean, gosh, I could go on and on. But when she was thinking about it, she thought back about that time where she helped her mother set up, right? And I'm envisioning myself shoving all that stuff into my little Toyota Tercel, driving like forever and having to unpack it at wee hours in the morning. And I'm drinking a coffee. The sun's not even out yet. And I have to pay, 100, 2, 3, $400 for a spot, whatever the case may be, depending on what show I was doing. And her story helping her mom was just kind of making me crack up a little bit because I'm like, I know, I've been there, done that. It's like sitting there, I get all my pieces up, I'm waiting for a sale, I'm waiting for people to walk by, I'm hoping people stop at my booth. And I sometimes I'm sitting there painting to attract people over to my booth, and or doing portrait drawings. I have done that numerous times as well. And she was telling me, oh, and my mom had to fight the weather, and hey, I had to fight the rain, I had to fight the wind, I had to make sure my tent didn't blow over. I actually did have a display blow over and like land right behind me and hit me in the back. So I mean, there's all kinds of things, you know, and frustrations that I can say firsthand. And I'm not knocking all in-person shows because some can be fabulous, but it really depends on, where you are in your life and what your goals are for your business and things like that. Well, after taking my, um, paying my dues basically for years on end, longer than I really had to. But that's just because I didn't have the light bulb go off in my brain for so long about just selling online. Mostly it was because I mean, I guess I kind of thought about it, but I'm like, I'm not techie. I don't understand it. I know what social media is, but I don't really know how to use it. I don't know how to sell online. I don't know. And I'm thinking, what is wrong with me? Like I'm an entrepreneur. I did all these businesses that had throughout my life that had nothing to do with art, because at a young age, I learned early on, when my family and friends would be like, "Oh, you don't want to be a starving artist, right? You want to have something under your belt. That's why I got a hairdressing license. That's why I owned a hair salon. That's why I did this and that." And my dream and my passion was always to sell my paintings and to make money with that, as well as my quick portrait drawings and doing some commissions with that as well, which I've done quite a few of those. Um, but yeah, so when my coach from this membership was talking, and she was just telling me all the struggles that her mom went through doing this art crawl, and how she helped her set up a couple of times, that she picked her up at the end of the day, and she's like, "Okay, so what'd you do? How much did you sell?" I only sold 2 pieces for like 20 bucks a piece, and she's like, "You're never doing this again." I'm like, "Nope, let's back it up." So, um, I don't know, that just sounded very familiar to me. Some shows I did great, especially the ones where I was portrait drawing and I had a clipboard on the back of my chair. People would sign their name. I'd turn around like, "Oh my gosh, I need to go take lunch." And I'm like, wow, I can't eat today because I had too many people to draw. But then and I was thankful for that, for all those customers. And this was way back before I was working online as an artist. Um, but at the end of the day, and I was exhausted mentally, really, from all that brain power to draw all these portraits of these live moving kids and sometimes dogs, or the adults were a little easier. At least they could actually sit there and like listen to a direction. But it's like, here I got like an Elmo over here, like on my shoulder, to trying to get the kid to look at me. Um, and then at the end of the day, it's like, okay, well, how much did I actually make? Yes, during those types of shows, I made some money, but you know what? The cost of the vendor fee was so high, and I could physically only draw so many people in a day, right? So I can only make so much money. So yeah, I made a bit of money when I did the portraits, but I'm just thinking, how am I going to be able to do this to really hone in and to really be able to make some good money, some money that I could live on. And at the time I didn't know how it was going to happen. I didn't. I just knew I was getting frustrated because I'm like, this ain't fair. Like, I'm busting my butt here. And then the times where I brought all my paintings or I did an exhibit or show, yes, sometimes I sold some, sometimes I didn't sell any. And that was just so heart-wrenching and depressing, and so much time and energy and things like that, right? So when Adrian was like, "Amy, you have amazing benefits in your industry," and I do. And not just me, but all of you creative warriors. Every one of you who follow me, who listen to tips, who try and work out this online business thing. We don't have to waste gas. We don't have to travel if we don't want to. I know I don't like to travel. I don't like to drive. We don't have to get up at wee early hours in the morning. We don't have to pack up our paintings in piles and shove them into our tiny car and hope nothing gets ruined. We don't have to be exhausted in hanging our pieces in these displays that our husbands make us, that we have to screw and drill together with these electric things, and then make, by the time your show starts, you're already exhausted. These are like arts and crafts shows I'm talking about, with your easy up tents and things like that, right? But obviously I've done, other exhibits, like I've had shows inside of galleries, local galleries. I've had solo shows before like that. I've had collaborative shows as well. I've had pieces on commission. But each one of those I have stories for, to tell you, and some of these might ring a bell, that there's so many benefits to selling online. I'm going to tell you right now, if you are scared because you are not techie, have no fear. Have no fear. Gail's on here as well, one of my creative warriors, and she is techie now. And when she joined Creative Warriors, she was not techie at all, and she was scared. I'm like, Gail, don't worry about it. We take it one step at a time, and we all are learning. Madeline is on here. Madeline has learned a lot of techie things. They're all, it's amazing, right? So don't let that scare you, because the way that I teach you within in these trainings are easy, step by step. There's a lot of information, but you can pick and choose what makes sense for you in your business, and I can guide you and show you where to go, and what chapter to jump into and what trainings to take. I have a whole success path for you. So the success path will let you know, if this is where you are, this is where you start, kind of thing. Yes, the techie queen, says Gail, is she is. But benefits, benefits. Oh my gosh, everybody start typing in benefits. What do you think the benefits are of, marketing yourself as an artist online, selling your paintings online, presenting your paintings online, doing art shows, art parties, selling, doing auctions. I made a lot of money doing auctions in my own art collectors group, having a collectors group. I mean, you guys, for me, like I was saying, you don't have to waste gas. You don't have to pay a vendor fee. You don't have to. Yes, if you jump in as a creative warrior, there is a fee for that, but it's not a high vendor fee. I mean, if you sell one painting, I mean, how many months of the membership are you even going to pay for? Right? Depends on what you're selling your paintings for. And we can talk to you about that inside of Creative Warriors if you would like. This is a secret opening, by the way, if you are just joining me. I really was not planning on doing this publicly right now. So if you are saying this, then feel lucky, because usually I send out an email on the DL just to my wait list, on Valentine's Day. But this is, if you're watching this, all you have to do is touch my face. If the link is still there, which it will be until Friday night at midnight. But if the link is still there, then you can go ahead and jump in and take advantage of this right now to become a creative warrior, because your price will never go up. It will go up in May when I open the doors again publicly, for the simple fact that there's always new information added, marketing tip every month, social media tip every month, a new painting tutorial every month, 2 brainstorm sessions with me every single month and our members, a Q&A where I'll answer all of your questions on live. The list goes on. 5 chapters of a library of trainings for you to choose from. We do all kinds of bonuses in there. Anytime I do like a paid workshop or like a big event, you get either free or discounted rates to, just like Artist Breakthrough's website gallery course that I am currently running right now. The doors are closed to that, by the way, but we are in the course. It's an interactive course, and all of my creative warriors who signed up for that got a huge discount to sign up for that course. So there's all kinds of benefits about becoming a creative warrior. And the link is right here in the description. But there's so many benefits, even if you don't. I mean, there's so many benefits of just being online, and being present, and let people know that you are an artist and that you create these gorgeous paintings and you have pieces available. You don't have to drag your stuff around to in-person shows if you don't want to. You don't have to have pieces hanging in a store, in a gallery, in a place that does consignment, or in a restaurant, unless you want to. Okay, I'm not knocking any of that, but I've been there, done that, and for me, I just I love being on an online artist, an online working artist. It's amazing. The reach. You can literally reach people all over the world, right? It's up to you, right? I'm an international collected artist now, and I have been for quite a while. But currently I'm only shipping in the US, so just letting you all know. But yes, I am internationally collected. So you can literally reach all over the world. If you do an in-person show, where are you going to reach? Who's going to find you? Who? Just think about that for a minute. Yes, you may have really good luck. Maybe you will sell out everything that you brought. Maybe you'll just sell a few paintings. Maybe you'll have someone from another country walk by. Who knows? Maybe they're on vacation. But just think about that for a second. If you are doing in-person stuff, how many people are going to be able to see you and find you? So that is a big benefit to being online. It's the World Wide Web, people. It's the World Wide Web out there. There's it's limitless, right? Depending on what you want to do with your business and how much work you want to put in. Yes, it is hard work, but another benefit about working online, you make your own hours. You can work as little or as much as you want. And I love to work. So sometimes I'm, you know, burning the midnight oil really. But it doesn't have to be like that for you. And I do have members who work full-time jobs, right? And they're still selling their paintings, just as a little side hustle or whatever. That's totally fine. You can do that as well. I have a couple members in Creative Warriors just for the painting tutorials. So if you want to just paint with me, you will have gold rights to those designs as well. They do come with marketing packs, so easy to just go ahead and grab and go and market those pieces. I teach you how to do all that stuff right inside of the membership. But yeah, there's so many benefits. Um, Saving money, saving time. I mean, a ton of time by working online than to drive around to shows, to talk to business owners, to talk to gallery owners, to try and negotiate. Yes, we have to do some negotiating when we're selling art pieces. But let me tell you, it is a lot easier online. Overhead, right? I mean, at one point, this was years ago. This was actually before I even started my hair salon. I had my own art studio that I paid for a studio space and I created in. And some of you might be like, oh, that's my dream. I want an art studio. And if that's your dream, I want you to have your dream, but I want you to think about your dream because at the time I was just not ready for that. It was great to have my own space and all that, but you have to get up at a certain time. You have to be there at a certain time. You have to be open at a certain time. You have to pay rent. Usually, that is a big overhead right there. Okay. Um, the rent that I paid when I had my hair salon actually was higher than my mortgage. And my payroll, depending if you have employees or people working at your studio or a gallery or whatever you want to start. I mean, there's massive overhead with that kind of stuff. I did have 8 employees at one point. So I want you to think about this type of stuff. Like, yes, in our minds, and we're thinking if we've never run like a brick and mortar store before, it can seem amazing. I remember like way back when, like, oh, I just want this to happen. And then it happened. And then it's like, oh my gosh, look what I gotta pay this month and then this month and then this. Oh, look at all this stuff right here. So if you are selling pieces at a pretty high dollar amount, like premium pieces, you are in an area where you know that they're going to sell. You've test marketed a little bit before, then maybe it would be for you. But being online, there's so many benefits. You don't have to worry about all that overhead. You don't have to worry about the rent. You don't have to worry about employees. You can, like I said, work as little or as much as you want. Um, you can learn how to be techie, and I teach you that being techie is a learnable, teachable skill. Painting, you may feel like, oh, my paintings aren't good enough, or I don't know if they're good enough, or whatever. Learning how to paint is also, yes, a learnable, teachable skill. I believe that. I also believe that, you know, if you can get into the zone of creating, and all of you creatives out there will probably agree with me, you get into the zone, then intuitively you just things start flowing and creating, and you can come up with your own designs. And I created this abstract out of my brain, just playing around with paint. I've sold many abstracts, by the way. So um, don't let that hold you back either, thinking like, "Oh, I can't sell paintings online." Don't be down on yourself. And what do you got to lose, right? What do you got to lose? Why don't I just give it a shot if that is one of your dreams? But I really would love to know if you, have had a gallery or an in-person show or anything that I've been talking about tonight. I'm curious to know. So go ahead and let me know or shoot me a message or whatever you would like. But I will close out here in just a couple moments. So if you have any questions, go ahead and shoot them away. If not, then I just want to let you know that I am doing this secret opening, not so secret now because I have it out into the world. Usually I just send it out to my text list, my wait list for Creative Warriors, but um, it is what it is. I want you to do something rather than do nothing. And I missed Valentine's Day because I was actually spending time with my husband. And we had a wonderful Valentine's Day, and I hope that you did too. Um, so that's why I'm like, okay, I'm just going to jump on and let you know. So if you want to jump in, we'd be more than happy to have you. We'd love to welcome you in with open arms. Yes, you can leave at any time, but I really would stay for at least a few months because there's a lot of information inside of the membership, and you really gotta get into like a groove, right? Oh, this is how it works. This is how things go. And I want you to meet friends. Our creative warriors are very friendly, very helpful. And I want you to get the full feel and benefit of having me as your art business coach, of having a supportive community of like-minded people who can literally make you feel like $1,000,000, really, and support you and help you along the way. It's so important to have that. So anyway, if you have questions, let me know. I will come back and I'll check anyone that's watching on the recording here. I'll leave it right on the page. And I hope that you all have a wonderful night. I hope that some of these benefits that I've talked about running your own online art business, has made sense to you. It literally has changed my life hugely, hugely. It really has. I can just thank and picture so many of my own art collectors who I have grown to really, really be connected with and who love my paintings. And I connect with them, they connect with me. And I'm just so thankful. I would have never found these people. I would have never sold so many paintings if I did not give it a shot online. So hopefully you jump in and join us with that. Laura's saying I rented a space in a building 1 year and I hated the fact that I had to be there for hours. I felt like a prisoner. Oh my gosh. Well said, Laura. And I 100% feel you. I've been there too. So I totally know, totally know. And some of us, have lives where we can't be there constantly. We can't be there at a specific day and time. Yes, in the online world, I do suggest to you try and have some consistency. But it doesn't mean that you have to sit here on camera, on live from 9 to 5, Monday through Friday. But do I do that? No. I work on other things on the back end of my business. I actually created my studio. I do work on my website. You do not need a website to become a creative warrior or to even sell your paintings online, by the way. I do business coaching one on one, which shout out, I will not be doing forever and ever because as Creative Warriors grows even more than we have been already, there's only so much time I'm going to have in a day. I'm only one person. But if you'd like to take advantage of that as well, you most certainly can. But Creative Warriors really is the number one place to be if you want my help and you want a community of loving, supportive, creative people. So hopefully we'll see you in there. Okay, well, I hope that you all have a wonderful night. I'm going to go make some popcorn now and watch some Netflix. So I will talk to you all later. Mwah. Thanks for being here.